It's similar to what we did yesterday. Yesterday, these are different circles, different numbers. Just in your sheet of paper, write a circle with a radius of 9. 0.9. That's all you need to know for right now. And yesterday we talked about the two equations. The two equations. Circumference equals 2 pi r. And area is equal to pi r squared. Pi r squared. We looked at those two equations. So for the first one, it's easy because they give us radius. Marquise, write this down. It's 2. It's 2 times 3.14 times radius, which is 0.9. It becomes repetitive, but the more we did here, the less you get in homework. Because if you notice, the homework I gave you is very, very little. I printed out your logins for iExcel, but I left it downstairs. When we go downstairs, I'll give you the login for iExcel. This is simple. This is 3.14 times 2, 8, 2, 6. There's 2 decimals, so it's 6.8. Now we do the next part. We multiply this by 0.9. So this is 9 times 8 is a difficult one, but it's 72. 9 times 2 is 18 plus 7. What's 18 plus 7? 18 plus 7 is 25. That's right. 25, so we carry the 2. Good job, Marquise. 6 times 9 is 54. Plus 54 plus 2 is 56. We have 3 decimal places. So the final answer comes out to 5.652. The units they gave us for this one are inches. So it's 5.652 inches. Circumference is measured in the unit they give you. If they give you feet, just feet. If they give you inches, just inches. Now we do the second one. That's where I lost some of you yesterday. We use the second equation. Area is equal to pi r squared. Area is equal to 3.14 times the radius is 0.9. 0.9 squared. What does 0.9 squared mean? Yes. Times it by itself. It's not 0.9 times 2. It's 0.9 times 0.9. So 0.9 times 0.9. You learned that yesterday. I remember you asked him. You got it wrong, Jamira. And you know this because you see it over and over again. But for some reason, Jamira, when you get into 9th grade, you're going to forget it. I'm telling you. Because when you do 0.9 to the 3rd power, you're going to think, oh, 0.9 times 3. No, it's 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9. It's something you're going to see over and over again. But for some reason, as soon as you get into high school, you forget. It happens. 9 times 9. 81. 81. Carry the 8. 0, 8. 0, 0. 1, 8, 0. 2 decimals. 0.81. We're not done because we have to multiply by 3.14. We did 0.9 times 0.9. Now we do 3.14. 4, 1, 3, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, carry the 1, 24, 25. 25 in here. 4, 3, 4, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2.54. Leave it like that. What units do we use? This is area, not circumference. 2.54, they gave us inches, but we found area, which is not the same thing as inches. Inches, which is distance. Area is square units. So Marquise, it's inches squared. If they had given you, feet, it would end up being feet squared. What do you call a donkey? Another word for donkey. Another word for donkey.
The A word.
The A word, yeah. The A word. So which one of you thinks is a smart donkey?
Sean.
Come here.
Stop talking.
Mr. Steven, go ahead and solve that one. You guys solve it there, he'll solve it up here. Yeah, you do circumference and area. I'll show you. I'll go along. You just write it down.
You got it, bro.
You can do it. Okay, this is the world famous Steven. First, you write down the equation. Gotta bring a little chair. I'm sure you're smart, but you write like that.
Yeah, it's weird because every time I put my fist on it, it moves.
Just write on it like a regular person.
Okay. No. It won't move no more?
There it is. Okay, no talking. The world famous Steven is working. There we go. Not bad. So it's 3.14 times 2 first. That's right, okay.
It's right? Or keep
Yeah,
going?
keep going to finish the circumference. 3.14 times 2. Yeah, that's the equation for that. We're going to finish the circumference. 2 times 3.14 times 0.6. Alright, it's 2, 6, how many decimals? Okay, now you take 6.8 times 0.6.
So,
At 0.6. Put your finger like this and go up. No. Over here. And go.
What's 8 times 6?
48. Okay, 8 times 6, you said it was 48. You carry the 4. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 4 is 16. 6, carry the 1. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 1, 37. And then 0, 0, 0. And that's straight down.
Like that?
Yeah, and then that's straight down. 8, 6, 7, 3. How many decimals? 1, 2, 3.
Right there.
3.7. So where that line is, put C is equal to 3.768.
See. 3.7.
Okay, listen up. He did it right for the first one. The only thing he's missing is the units. They gave it to him in feet. So at the end of that circumference, put feet. Okay, let me get somebody else to finish here. Come here. Jason! Area. Same radius, but now you're going to find area. So use that equation there.
So
Take the pen.
I can't even write on this.
It's just like writing it on a sheet of paper. Once you get used to it, just think of it writing on a sheet of paper.
So that area is
So put A is equal to, open parentheses. You don't have to like do it hard or anything, just like a regular pen.
A is equal to,
Open parentheses,
so
3.14, close parentheses, open parentheses, 0.6, close parentheses, finish the second power.
so I'm supposed to put that the parentheses then.
Put A is equal to 3.14. Forget the pi. Get rid of the pi. Because pi is equal to 3.14. So it's A. Okay, you should be doing it by yourself on your desk.
So
Here it's-
A equals.
Equal, okay, now put that in parentheses, 3.14.
So right after like
Put that in parentheses, 3.14, put it in parentheses. There, okay. And you're going to multiply that times, put open parentheses, 0.6, close parentheses,
so 0.6.
put it in parentheses. And put a 2 on the top. Okay. So that means you're going to do 0.6 times itself first. Then you're going to multiply it times 2.14.
It just
So put 0.6 times 0.6 over here. Not 0.06, 0.6.
so 0.6
6 times 0.6 equals, and then put that there. Okay. What's 6 times 6?
36.
36. So put 36, but how many decimals?
2.
2.
What? So put it right here.
Yep, 0.36. Now you take 0.36, listen up. You take 0.36 and you multiply that times 3.14.
So point.
Okay, he's working on the screen. If you notice, he's kind of this way, Marquise. When you come up here, it seems like he's kind of like scared of the screen. When you first start writing on it, that's how it is. Once you get used to it, you get used to it, just like a pencil on a sheet of
I
paper.
can't write. I gotta write one.
0.36 times 3.14.
So three, 4. Eight, 9, 10, wait, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 11.304.
Was it 11.304?
Yeah, that's what that.
Okay, good. Let's see what he did. The circumference he got right when he multiplied 0.6. Listen, just to verify with you guys. 0.6 times 3.14. He did 0.6 times 0.6. That came out to 0.36. 3.14. And then he did that. 3.14 times 0.36. That's 24, carry the 2, 6, 7, 8, 18. Then you did 12, 3, 4, 9. You add straight down, it's 4, 8, 10, carry the 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, carry the 1, 9, 10, 11. 11, 304. 11, 304. Now we see how many decimals. 1, 2, 3, 4. It comes out to 1.1304. You finished here, but you have to finish the decimals. Yeah, because you were kind of nervous with the tablet. You're used to it after a while. Okay, we did 2. We did number 1 and number 6. On your sheet of paper. On your sheet of paper. For homework, we'll do one more up here. But for homework, I want you to do 2. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. But you can't do 3 and 4 because you're not cool and hip like I am. 2, 3, and 4. But write it down anyways. So what you need to do is write the equation. Write a radius of 1 inch, a diameter of 0.8, and a diameter of 1. Notice that this circle here, they give you the radius. The radius is 1 inch. But for these two, 3 and 4, they don't give you radius. They give you diameter. Diameter is all the way across. You got this wrong on the quiz, a lot of you. You kept using the same equation, but to give you diameter, you have to use a different one. So for this one, it's exactly the same. For these two, it's different. So write down radius of 1 inch, diameter of 0.8 inches, diameter of 1 foot. And you're going to do that for homework. To be able to solve those two, number 3 and 4, we're going to do another one. And I'll show you the equation for it. Look at number 5. This we're going to do in class. Number 5, they give you the same thing, except they give you a diameter of 1.4. I can't use diameter because the only area I know is pi r squared. That's not a radius, that's a diameter. How do I go from diameter to radius? Divide by 2. The first thing I do when I look at the diameter, I divide by 2. So I take 1.4 and divide it by 2. Then it's 0.7. Now the radius now becomes 0.7, and now you can use this equation. The diameter was 1.4. The radius is half of that. So 1.4 divided by 2 is 0.7. That's our radius. And now you can plug it into this equation and do it like we did before. Area is equal to 3.14 times 0.7 to the second power. Let's pick on somebody else. Shamira, what is 0.7 to the second power?
0.7 times 0.7.
Okay, what is 0.7 times 0.7? How many decimals? So what's the final answer? As you said 49, but we have 2 decimals. 0.49. 0.7 times 0.7. You take the 7 times 7 is 49. But you have 2 decimals. So it's 0.49. That you're going to multiply by 3.14. So 3.14, 0.49, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27, 28. Now the next row, 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4, 5. 12. And then 0, 0, 0. We add straight down. 11, 12, 13, 4, 5. How many decimals do we have? 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Area is equal to 1.5386. It's yards, but it's area, so it's yards squared. Don't forget that, Stephen. It's not yards, it's yards squared. It's yards squared. At the beginning of last year, the first week, I wasn't as bad as I was at the end of the school year. And I gave a speech to you guys about how if you guys did poorly, it's my fault. This year, let's try to do it differently. That's your homework for here.
So you don't give the circumference.
You can get, yeah, you get circumference also, but right now I'm focusing on area. That's that one. For your homework, write down 3 more circles. 2, 4, 6. So what you would do is a radius of 0.6, a radius of 0.2, and actually let's do 2, 4, and 5. And a radius and a diameter of 2.0.
So no 6?
No 6, just 5. Those 3. Number 2, number 4, number 6. Number 2 and 4 are radius, diameter, and diameter.
So what about the ones in the other page?
The other ones were,
So we still do those?
yeah, we still do those. You have 6 problems.
Other page.
The other page? Is this one maybe? At the other page?
No, it's the, it didn't change.
This ends at